Hi guys, I'm Daniel and I'm a Hebrew teacher from Israel. I live in Tel Aviv and this is actually already the second lesson. In this lesson we're going to form questions to learn how to ask questions like where are you from? Yes, no questions and how to answer them. How to answer them positively and also negatively. And also, of course, we're going to learn some new words and also nationalities like Israeli, American. Shalom, ma nish-ma? Ma nish-ma? Ma nish-ma actually means how are you doing? Literally it means what is heard. This is very strange. I don't know, it's well in English you find the same thing, like in phrases like how are you doing, when you know, I'm not actually asking about something that you do, I'm just asking about your well-being. Are you happy? In Hebrew, ma nish-ma, which, as I said, literally means what is heard. I think I would go for the interpretation of what are we going to hear now? What are you going to say about how you feel? If you're happy, if you're sad, if you're okay, if you're sick, okay? So the phrase is ma nish-ma, and as I said, it means how are you doing? And most answers for this, most people would just say okay, would just say either okay or beseder in Hebrew. Now beseder is also kind of strange if you take it literally, because it means beseder, in order. We're going to talk about this letter be, which is actually in English the word in, beseder, which means in order, and it means fine, okay. Now what I've noticed is most people just say ma nish-ma, and they just mean hello. They don't really mean to ask you how are you doing, and then, you know, wait for you to say about, I don't know, talk about all your troubles or how you really feel. So it's sometimes people just use it to say hello. Okay, so then ma nish-ma, beseder, ma nish-ma, ma nish-ma, beseder. Okay, now I'm sure you remember that we learned how to introduce ourselves last time, and we asked for, first of all, we asked איך קוראים לך, which means what's your name, and then I would probably want to know where the guy or where the girl, where they are from. So then I would say מאיפה אתה, if it's a guy, or מאיפה את, if it's a girl. So we have the question word מאיפה, which actually means, literally it means from where, because me means from, just, you know, just the letter, just the sound me means from, and efo means where, so it's actually from where. So מאיפה אתה, where are you from, or if it's a girl, מאיפה את. So notice that we say the word you differently for a girl and a guy, okay? For a male we say ata, and it means you. For a girl we say at, okay? So it might be hard for you to learn all the different words for you in English, because well, this is only the singular forms. And if you remember last time, as we learned about how to say what's your name, איך קוראים לך, I told you that לך is you. Well, it's also a word for you, but in the phrase איך קוראים לך, the word you actually is in the object position. Okay, it's an indirect object, so it's entirely in a different position in the sentence, and that's why we say lecha in if it's a male, or lach if it's a female. But when the word you is the subject of the sentence, like in the sentence ata, me'efo ata, or we're talking about you, and then we're soon going to see the answers for this. It's an entirely different word. Okay, so when you is the subject of the sentence, and it's a singular, we say ata or at. Ata, as I said, ata for male and at for female. So now then the answer would be, of course, I would say I'm from Tel Aviv. So אני מתל אביב. Now here you can see that I use the same letter me, but I pronounced it differently. We're going to talk about it later. Usually I would pronounce this letter me when I want to say from. Okay, but when I say me'efo ata or me'efo at, I would say me. Okay, so me'efo ata or me'efo at, where are you from? But when I want to say I'm from Tel Aviv, I'm saying אני מתל אביב. אני מתל אביב. אני ישראלי. Okay, so now I'm talking about my nationality. I'm saying that I'm Israeli. אני ישראלי. Now, if I was a girl, I would say אני ישראלית. Okay, so we're adding the sound t. אני ישראלית. Okay, we're adding the sound t also here. So again, if I want to say, if I'm a boy, I would say אני ישראלי. If I'm a girl, I would say אני ישראלית. Now, if for example you're American and I'm asking you מאיפה את or מאיפה אתה, so I would say for example that I'm from New York. אני מניו יורק. אני אמריקאי. Or a girl would say אני אמריקאית. Okay, so here you can see the same thing. אמריקאי for a boy and אמריקאית for a girl. We add the sound t. Okay, we here in Hebrew we add the letter taf, which is actually the last letter. So now let's practice some yes/no questions. In Hebrew, we ask yes/no questions. Just as we say the affirmative sentence, we don't add any word. We just ask them with the music of a question, you know. So, for example, I can say "Ata Israeli," meaning you are Israeli. And if I ask it with the music of a question, so I would say "Ata Israeli," and this makes it a question. I don't have to add any word. Okay. So, for example, if someone if someone asks me, "Ata Amerikai," are you American? Well, of course you can see that I have an Israeli accent, so of course I'm not an American. So I would say "Lo, אני לא אמריקאי. No, I am not American. So there's a new word, the word lo, no. And as you can see, we also use it for saying what you say in English, not. Okay, for the word not. So the answer for אתה אמריקאי would be לא. אני לא אמריקאי. Now, if, for example, I ask a girl, את ישראלית? And no, she's American, so she would say, לא, אני לא ישראלית, אני אמריקאית. Okay? So, we learned the word לא, which means no. And let's also learn the opposite, which is כן, yes. Okay, so if someone asks me, are you Israeli? I would say, כן, אני ישראלי. אתה ישראלי? כן, אני ישראלי. Okay, so this time, the same as before, the same as in lesson 1, I prepared worksheets for you with exercises and the vocabulary. So you're encouraged to do the exercises and to check your answers with the answers sheet, and of course practice, speak, record yourselves. You can send me your recordings. You can see my link on Facebook also here, right here below. And also the links for the worksheets. Okay, so they are PDF files, very easy to download them and print them. So here I would like to say goodbye and see you next time. And I can also use the word shalom, because shalom also means goodbye. So shalom, see you next time.